I'm Laura Ingraham, and this is the Ingraham Angle from Washington. Thanks for joining us this Friday night. Shattered minds. That's the focus of tonight's angle. The blizzard of data is undeniable. The COVID lockdowns, the gender fluidity radicals, the pot pushers have been doing a number on young Americans, turning them into a generation of dazed and confused, and of course, kids who are looking for love in all the wrong places. So with all due respect to the 70s rockers, The Who, it's become clear that the kids are not all right.
I've always had really good grades. And then as soon as the pandemic hit, I failed a class. When I was virtual, I had no motivation to do anything. I would just sit in my room, never leave, and it was like obvious signs of depression.
My mental health got really bad, especially my eating disorder. I was basically home alone all day.
Sadly, this story is part of a growing trend. America's youth is in the midst of a full-blown mental health crisis. The Washington Post is reporting that the CDC found nearly 45% of high school students were persistently sad or hopeless in 2021. Almost 1 in 5 seriously considered suicide, and 9% in this survey tried to take their lives during the previous 12 months. It turns out locking kids down, robbing them of socialization, robbing them of sports and key milestones, and then confusing them with gender fluidity propaganda doesn't make them happy and well-adjusted. Where do the kids go to be kids anymore? Everywhere you turn, this mental health epidemic is exploding. Like in North Carolina, where they're in dire need of more psych beds to address the worsening crisis there. And in Wisconsin, their youth risk behavior survey raises more red flags. 18% of teens say they seriously considered suicide in the past year, the highest level since 2003. Now, that percent jumps to nearly half for those who are LGBT and bisexual students, and female students were more than 2 times as likely to think about suicide than males. This is completely outrageous and heartbreaking. Something is very wrong with what we're doing to our children. Why didn't we have such high suicide rates in the 80s? What about the 60s? What about the 50s? And we can't forget the scourge of legalized marijuana and how that has affected our young kids' mental health. The regime media and the pro-pot politicians, they're lured by big dollars and campaign donations. They actively promote the cannabis industry. The high THC content drug is marketed as kind of a magic elixir for all that ails you. And it's packaged in everything from enticing edibles to salty snacks. Well, naturally, with all the adults doing it openly and proudly, the kids, they kind of think it's fine, too. Adolescent cannabis abuse has increased by a whopping 245% in the United States since 2000, and it's really taking off just in the past few years. Big Weed and its acolytes, they prattle on about how it's better for kids than alcohol, that it's not addicting. But the stories from parents across the country tell a very different tale.
I have a son who started smoking marijuana in the 8th grade and then smoked marijuana consistently and persistently all through high school. And at age 18, he had his first psychotic break. Today, he has schizoaffective disorder with co-occurring substance misuse, and he will never recover.
He very quickly became addicted. 5 years later, he died by suicide, saying that the mob was after him. He became completely
Paranoid.
Delusional.
Yet the leftists burrowed into our schools. They don't seem to care about any of this. And they don't see the permissiveness toward drugs as any real culprit. Take Wisconsin State Superintendent Jill Underly.
Building a welcoming and safe community, one that fosters a sense of belonging and where every child feels safe. Work is made all the more difficult when we as adults in the community use rhetoric to try to pass policies that are fundamentally unwelcoming and unsafe. And such rhetoric and policies are harmful and dangerous to students' emotional safety and their mental health.
Do you understand what she's saying there? If there's a problem with kids' mental health, the depraved culture, the lockdowns, they're not to blame. It's the parents who are speaking up at school board meetings. They're the problem.
Affirming identities through our language and through our policies create belonging. Put more simply, affirming identities is suicide prevention. It's proven self-care. It's strong mental health practice. Pronouns save lives. So let me say this.
There was actually applause for that. Pronouns save lives. That woman is a school superintendent for the entire state of Wisconsin. No wonder the kids are so depressed. Maybe Dr. Underly and the educrats like her should get their heads out of the Ibram Kendi books and focus on first principles. Parents of children struggling with mental health today are in such a bind that they're trying to put their kids into special education just to get them more resources for their betterment. During COVID, Heidi Whitney saw her daughter, a middle schooler, spiral. I feel like because she went through the pandemic and she didn't experience the normal junior high, the normal middle school experience, she developed the anxiety, the deep depression, and she didn't learn. She didn't learn how to become a social kid. Everything got turned on its head. Ultimately, of course, her daughter was hospitalized in a psych ward, failed pretty much everything at school, and was diagnosed with depression and ADHD. She is now in special ed. Our children are crying out for help, and no one's answering. Our schools have failed them. Our medical establishment has failed them. Our government is failing them. And now the same people who've screwed up our kids are trying to blame shift to parents who are finally standing up to these people. Nice try. It's not going to work. Because one by one, we're going to expose the true frauds here. The people and the activist groups who are destroying our children, both emotionally and physically. It's time to get back to the basics. High standards in the academy, core academics, athletics, school spirit, clear thinking, and civic virtue. God may have been kicked out of the classroom, but he's still waiting patiently outside the door. And that's The Angle.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.